If you've ever cooked something smoky at home and the next day your living room still smelled like a chippy, stick around because this is for you. I've rounded up the 7 best portable range hoods you can buy right now, and every single one is readily available across Europe. All the product links are in the description so you can check them out. Let's get into it. We're kicking off with the Amschef AH003SG, and look, this is the kind of gadget that seems basic until you actually use it. You take it out of the box, plug it in, and you're done. No drilling, no faffing about with installation. For anyone renting, that's a massive win. It's got 3 speeds, a telescoping arm you can tilt to aim straight at the steam, and a built-in LED light that's brilliant when you're cooking in the evening. The aluminium grease filter and the little oil collection cup pop right off and go in the dishwasher, so maintenance is practically zero effort. Where it really shines is when you place it right next to the pan while you're reducing a rich sauce, because it hoovers up visible smoke before it spreads across the kitchen. A trick I discovered that works a treat. If you point the rear exhaust towards an open window, it acts like a directional amplifier, pushing everything outside instead of recirculating. Being plastic, it doesn't have that premium feel, and if you're cooking on very high heat with heavy smoke, you'll want something more powerful. But as a starting point for everyday cooking, it does the job and then some. Now, if what you're after is precisely that extra power, the Aobozy H13600 plays in a completely different league. We're talking 300 CFM, exactly double the previous one. When you're frying thick bacon, onions, or skin on fish, this hood creates such an intense low-pressure zone that it traps grease particles mid-air before they land on your worktop. And here's something I think is absolutely brilliant. The front grille is magnetic. No clips, no screws. You just pull it off, swap the filter, and snap it back in 2 seconds flat. The box comes with 10 replacement filters, so you won't need to buy spares for months. And when you eventually do, the pack of 20 additional filters is remarkably cheap, making this the hood with the lowest running cost on the entire list. It's got a tall vertical profile, nearly 37 centimeters, so if you stick it in the middle of the table during a fondue night, it might block someone's view a little. But next to the hob, that extra height is exactly what gives it that phenomenal suction power. What if raw power isn't your thing, and you care more about design? Because the Chiara CB PHB01, the hood to go in its Shadow Noir finish, is a completely different story. It bets everything on microfiltration with a triple-layer system: polymer, aluminium mesh, and activated carbon. Even though it only moves 70 cubic feet per minute, the amount of grease and odor it captures per cubic meter is remarkable. The secret is its 24-watt DC motor, specifically calibrated to generate high static pressure rather than moving large volumes. Judging it purely on cubic feet per minute would be missing how it actually works. Aesthetically, it's gorgeous. With that matte sandblasted black finish that resists fingerprints and scratches, it honestly looks more like a premium Bluetooth speaker than a kitchen hood. You do need to place it within 10 centimeters of the heat source for it to work its magic, and it's designed for induction or electric appliances only. No open flames. Perfect for anyone living in a small flat and cooking on a portable hob, right? Now this is where things get serious, because the M22 STF160 is the absolute beast of this roundup. 40 watts of motor, 600 cubic meters per hour of air displacement. This isn't a normal portable hood anymore. It's essentially an industrial extractor in a compact package. Picture this: you're searing a thick ribeye in a cast iron skillet on full heat, the smoke alarm starts screaming, the flat fills with haze, and you're desperately opening every window. With the M22 switched on and its adjustable head aimed at the pan, that dense smoke vanishes before it reaches the ceiling. For caravans where you're cooking in tiny spaces or under an awning on the terrace, nothing else comes close. A fantastic trick many users swear by. They point it towards an open window to create a directional wind tunnel that pushes all the smoke straight outside. Compared to the Aobozy, it's got more raw power but generates more noise at full speed. So for quiet dinner conversation, it's not the ideal pick. The design is purely functional, but if what you need is championship-level extraction, here it is. Hey, what if you need a hood that adapts to different pot sizes without moving it around? The Nutri YGKH 868 solves exactly that. Its big advantage is a rail system that lets you raise and lower the head with one hand. Imagine you start by boiling pasta in a tall 10-liter pot. You push the head to maximum height to capture the steam. Then you switch to sautéing garlic in a shallow frying pan and simply slide the rail down so the nozzle sits just centimeters from the surface, all without moving the base. The brushless motor spins at 3,600 revolutions per minute on just 20 watts, and its double-layer aluminum mesh works through thermal shock. Vaporized grease hits the cold aluminum surface, instantly condenses into liquid droplets, and drips into the collection cup, which massively extends filter life. At those revolutions, it produces 68 decibels, the highest on this list. Cooking solo. It's not bothersome, but at a dinner party with guests, you'll definitely notice it. A small price for that height versatility no other hood offers. If the black Chiara won you over, but you want something that looks lovely sitting on your worktop, the Chiara CBPHL01 in baby blue is mechanically identical to its darker sibling. Same DC motor, same triple filtration, same 70 CFM. The difference is that pastel blue finish, which completely transforms how the appliance feels. It looks like a decorative accessory, not a kitchen gadget. And that has a massive practical effect. Because it looks good on display, you never end up hiding it in a cupboard. You leave it on the worktop and use it every single day, which means your air quality improves constantly. For hot pot evenings or Korean barbecue at the table, it doubles as a conversation piece. The light color does show dark oil splatters more easily, so you'll wipe down the exterior more often than the black version. Well worth it if your kitchen is bright and modern. And we're closing with what I think is the most complete option, the Amschef CE-ZM 7001BK, the 4-speed telescoping model. This is a serious step up from the first Amschef on the list. It's got a telescoping neck that rises and lowers, plus a 40-degree downward tilt. Why does that matter? Because steam rises in an expanding V-shape, and by tilting the nozzle 40 degrees, you position it directly in the natural path of the smoke. Its 150 cubic feet per minute performs like far more because you're harnessing the thermal momentum of the vapor instead of fighting against it. It's got internal 430 stainless steel shielding, 4 speeds to fine-tune the balance between power and noise, and 10 carbon filters included. One user documented making garlic pork, a recipe that normally leaves the hallway smelling for days. And the following morning, there wasn't a single trace of that smell. Like all portable hoods, it can't be used near a direct gas flame, so you'll need induction or an electric hob. So, which one's for you? If design matters and you live in a flat with induction, either Chiara is perfect, the black for subtlety, the blue if you want it to stand out. If you cook daily and want the lowest filter costs, the Ayobosi is unbeatable value. For social dinners with hot pot or raclette, the 4-speed telescoping Amschef positions itself like a canopy over the table without disrupting conversation. If you need raw power for steaks and heavy frying, the M22 is the only one that handles that level of smoke. The Nutri is ideal if you constantly switch between tall pots and shallow pans thanks to its adjustable rail. And the basic 3-speed Amschef is a fantastic entry point to try portable extraction without any hassle. All the links are in the description, so you can compare at your leisure. If this video helped you out, drop a comment with your favorite and subscribe so you don't miss the next roundup. See you in the next one.